How do you think this one plays out?
I think Russ is going to get traded. I'm not sure that's going to be the Charlotte, but I think Charlotte would be an ideal place for him, Skip, and let me tell you why. This is the type of team that Russ needs to play for. They're going to have very few games on television. There's not championship expectations, so he's not going to get the heavy critique that he gets in a place like L.A. The expectations aren't there like they are in L.A. So it's not like Charlotte has had these mythical players to play for them. The Shaqs, the Kobe, the Kareems, the Magic, these guys, the James Worthys, all the greats, the Jerry West, Elgin Bayless, Wilt Chamberlain. They've never had that in Charlotte. So they get anybody that can give them 25 points a night, couple of assists here and there. Whoo, man, it's the second coming. So he would be ideal in a place like that with minimal expectations. The Lakers have championship expectations. Laker Nation's not going to let you play bad basketball and get away with it, even if you're the homie, even if you're from right here in L.A. That's not going to happen. I would love if they got him and the Lakers could get Rozier. I like Rozier. I think he plays hard defensively, but he can knock down shots. He can take you off the dribble. I like Terry Rozier's game. Now, Gordon Hayward's situation is a little different because he stays injured. Every time I turn around, that joker hurt. I don't know if he got an earache. He got he had a tragic
he did
his first year in Boston when he broke his leg. But it's kind of been down. But Skip, I was never Gordon Hayward. I was never the biggest Gordon Hayward fan. Even though when he was in Utah, I think he made an All-Star team.
He did.
I'm like, nah, I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it. But in order to just move on for Russ, and so it would be better for the Lakers. It would absolutely be better for Russ that he can go somewhere without the microscope that's constantly on him with that glare. I think it would be a great situation for both teams. I don't know if it's going to be Charlotte, but the best thing for both player and team is to part ways.
Obviously. By the way, I wasn't sold on Gordon Hayward at Butler. I said overrated before he got drafted.
Skip, he was good at Butler because he almost got Duke, Skip. He almost got him. He like the guy Duke.
He almost banked in a shot.
Sorry.
Overrated. I said it. I stand by it. I would want no part of him. And on top of that, injury prone.
Yes.
Okay, so the reason I chuckled when I read this story was, as much as I love Michael Jeffrey Jordan as a basketball player,
I didn't want to go there. That's why I let you go there.
I don't love him as a GM because he has proven to simply be the worst GM in the history of the NBA. See records of Charlotte Hornets, Bobcats, whatever they've been. Look back at their records because they have yet to win a single playoff series. And what is it? I don't even look it up because it's too painful to remember. But they've only made the playoffs twice, I think, in his tenure of like 13 years of owning and operating the Charlotte franchise. So I chuckled because I thought only that guy would say, yeah, give me Russell Westbrook. Now, again,
he's a Jordan guy. He is a Jordan guy.
But surely you can't factor that in. Surely you can't. Okay. The premise is because he has an expiring contract of $47 million. So you take it on and then you can write it off your books and open up your coffers to where you can say, oh, now we can surround LaMelo Ball with X, Y, and Z.
You have cap space.
Okay, so Michael finally hit on one. He has a young potential star or superstar in LaMelo, right? And people are in Charlotte are having a ball watching that young ball son, right?
Yep, I agree.
Okay, so to me, Russell Westbrook, if you actually traded for him to play him, like you said, to make him a gate attraction, a sideshow attraction, to sell tickets and drive some TV ratings in Charlotte, it would be at the expense of poor LaMelo Ball because it's going to stunt his growth because it's hard to play with this guy.
Are you counting down? 5, 4, 3, 2. LeVar Ball about to say something.
Okay. He's about to give you a big no.
Yeah, LeVar gonna lose his mind.
He would lose his mind over this one. And to me, the only, as soon as Michael signed Gordon Hayward, I said, what are you doing? They gave him $30 million so he could exchange his albatross contract for yours, which is even worse, but maybe you could sort of make it work.
Right.
But you really want to have to play Russell Westbrook for a year in Charlotte? He got exposed this year to the point that if they did go with option 2, which is to flat out cut bait.
Can't do that.
Okay. Well, then you prorate what you owe him, so it'd be like 15 or 16
About
million
16
a
million
year over
3 years.
each of 3 years.
Right.
You'd be in the hole, let's say minus 16, minus 16, minus 16.
Well, Skip, they just got Luol Deng off the books. Remember,
Okay.
they had Luol Deng's contract hanging around the leg for like 100 years.
Okay, but would it be worth it just to get out from under? It might, because the great Magic Johnson is saying, hey, we're stuck with Russ, so let's just make it
We
work
ain't
the best
stuck.
we
You ain't
can.
no such thing as stuck.
Okay, well, that's what he proposed, was that there's no way
But
out.
Skip, but the thing was, Magic, first of all, Magic said at the time, Magic said we're going to be a championship contending team when the trade happened with Russ. He seemingly he fell out on Russ also. But Magic knows when you lost the championship, Magic, or things didn't go according to plan, you didn't bring everybody back. You got to make some changes. Clearly, something is not working for the Lakers. Now, you can't reshape the entire roster, but there's a big piece of all of the big guys that you say, okay, who do you really want back? You're going to hold LeBron, give you signs that extension. You praying every single night that Anthony Davis can stay healthy for more than 2 days. Because, Skip, I believe that's your only option.
Okay. The irony, the painful irony, so to speak, of Russell Westbrook, he stays too healthy. Like he's always healthy. I don't even know why he sat last night. He sat one game because he was mad about getting benched.
Right.
So effectively, he's been healthy the whole year. He could have played every year.
Every game.
Right?
He could have.
Okay. So now we get to this. What if the Lakers must resort, much to your chagrin, what if they have to resort to just cutting him and swallowing this for 3 years on the books? What would happen then to Russ if he became a quote-unquote free agent where he's getting his money and now he's on the open market? So, well, he's already getting paid. He's got his money spread over 3 years.
Right.
How many teams do you think would jump at signing Russell Westbrook as he goes into age 33 season?
Well, Skip, I mean, I'm going to be able to get him at a bargain basement price.
You would?
So, like you said, to sell tickets, would I be willing to pay the man $5-8 million? I think
Would you?
Orlando.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't. No. But Skip, if I don't have, look, I'm not a team that, like a Celtics or a team that have, I don't believe any team that's in the playoffs would sign him.
I agree. Listen, after what I've had to sit through and watch this year, he got so exposed.
Yeah.
The tape is the tape, and it's now out there.
Right.
That, to me, I would be shocked if any other team would take a chance on him.
Orlando.
Okay, but why? You're growing with young players, right?
Yeah.
You've got young everywhere. Do you really want to throw that grenade into this mix?
Yeah, but Skip, the thing is, it's not like the likelihood of them being able to attract a big-time free agency coming down to Orlando. I know it's Florida. I know there's no state ink, but I mean, guys that leave, they want a chance to win the title. So I'm not going to Orlando because I don't think they're close to winning a title. But I want butts in the seats. Russ is going to play hard every night. Like you said, he's healthy. He ain't going to miss no game. He don't shortchange it, Skip. He plays hard. Doesn't always play smart, but he gives you everything he got. And that's something that you can't deny about him.
So would anybody want to sign what I'm about to show you for one last time?
There you go. Skip,
Just
don't do
one
it.
last
Let him
hurrah.
have it.
Let's just look back at our final Russell Westbrook turnover blooper
goodness.
reel. Can we please see what happened the other night at Phoenix with no LeBron? Here we go. Russ, think about it. What was that? What are you doing? Russ, hang on. Worst hands of any point guard in the history of basketball. Russell Westbrook. Thank you. Russ, where are we going? We're gonna play football. Yep. Russ, that was just covered and it was a bad idea. Russ, have an idea, have a plan. Whoop. That's just, that is straight comedy. That just made me laugh out loud. Do you think GMs around the league are going to look at this tape and say, I want that guy?
Skip, I mean, not for 40+ million, but for 5-6 million, maybe the mid-level. What's the mid-level? 5 million? Maybe 5 million? Yeah.
Huh? I mean, maybe it's the equivalent of stand-up comedy, right? Maybe it's a clown show.
Skip, he's already going to be making $47 million. So If he can get another $5 million, okay, fine, he's straight. He could.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
You're not.
Skip, I don't think any team that's in the playoffs currently, I don't think those teams will line up and say, yeah, give me
Okay,
Russ.
just
He's gonna make us
remember
better.
to frame this one last time. Leads the league in turnovers. Bottom of the barrel, the worst three-point shooter in all of basketball, and the third worst free throw shooter in all of basketball. And you want that guy as your starting point guard?
Well, no, not if you have aspirations of going to the playoffs. No, I wouldn't. No, I don't. Like I said, if you look at the 10 teams the teams that are in the play-in or the teams that's automatically in the playoffs, I don't see a fit for him on any of those teams.
Michael, no.
Go ahead and
No,
get it,
don't
Mike.
do it,
You
Michael.
can do it, Mike.
No. Come on. Wise up, wake up, don't.
In the famous words of Russell Westbrook, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
It is going to be a complicated but interesting offseason for that Lakers front office.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.